Hey, let's get it cracking. You know, I got another review on deck. This one right here is for a Tennessee boy, born in Alabama, but he a Tennessee boy. I think it's an artist that doesn't get his due. I'm here to try to give him some of his due. And this is for his 6th studio album, his first album on his label, Slum America. This is Ghetto Cowboy from Yelawolf. This came out November 1st, 2019. The title pays homage to Bone Thugs, Mo Thugs, and the artwork should pop up here. The artwork is fire. I think it's dope. I don't touch on artwork too much, but I try to touch on it when you can. It kind of gives you the vibe for the album. And I think that's pretty tight, you know, on that motorcycle, the boots, the hat. And this is Southern hip hop. Yelawolf is Southern hip hop. And it's like Southern for real, like for real Southern. We got cats from the South, you know, the T.I.s, the Ludas, and you know, it kind of falls under like the hip hop realm. I mean, we know they're from down south, but it's not really country. Like this is like white country, Southern. Like it makes it gritty, and I think that's what makes it good to me. It's a different sound. It's a different type of rap, and in a world where a lot of rap sounds the same, I love to hear something different. I always thought he was different. He doesn't get his due, as I said, because he's a white rapper. So white rappers just get a bad rap, but you would think, given his track record, we got 6 studio albums, Creek Water, Radioactive, Love Story, Trial by Fire, and then Trunk Music 3 just released earlier this year. I did not hear Trunk Music 3, but I heard Trial by Fire, I heard Love Story. Didn't hear Radioactive and Creek Water. He has solo EPs, Arena Rap, Trunk Music 0 to 60, and Hotel. In 2016. Trunk Music 0 to 60 was, I believe, when I got introduced to Yelawolf, and I enjoyed his music. And that was 2010. I'm pretty sure that's when I got introduced to him, because his mixtapes is Piston in the Barrel of Bees 2015, Balls of Flames, The Battle of Slick Rick E. Bobby 2007, Stereo, a hip hop tribute to classic rock 2018. Didn't hear that. Trunk Music 2010. So Trunk Music, this is a mixtape, and Trunk Music 0 to 60, I heard both of those, and I did like both of those. Heart of Dixie 2012, I didn't hear. Trunk Music Return 2013, I listened. It was okay. He has collaborative EPs. The Slumdon Bridge with Ed Sheeran, Psycho White with Travis Barker, Black Fall with DJ Paul, Catfish Billy by Cub Cook Up Boss 2017, and then he has a compilation album, Shady 15. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of albums. That's a lot of stuff. Now there's other artists with a lot of stuff as well, but they usually get their due. If you put out this much work, it's like, okay, I like something from this guy. People enjoy something, and it's like you say Yelawolf, and people look at you with a sigh, like Yelawolf. I'm not listening to that, not listening to that. And maybe that's just in my circle of people I talk to. I enjoyed this on first listen. I knew I would like this after like track 3 or 4. I mean, I'm first listen, I'm like, oh man, and you know, I've ran it back a few times, and I enjoy it. You know, I got something to listen to in the gym. You got something to listen to in the car. It rocks, man. It's a good album. It's really above good. It's only a couple like lackluster songs on here, but most of them bang. And then if you really are into like the words he's saying, like if this resonates with you, if this is something that you've gone through, if these words and his lyrics kind of connect with you, then you will really enjoy it. You know, some of the stuff I don't connect with, but I feel it because I know it's real life stuff. And I like real life bars. I don't like imagination stuff. And we all know these rappers, these successful entertainers have money, and we don't really need to hear about that all the time. We don't need to hear about their women, and like rap about real life and give us a twist to it and give us some stories and things like that. But that track record I just read off that's incredible, man, for a cat that some people just think twice about. Anyway, this is a Ghetto Cowboy 6th studio album from Yelawolf. I'm gonna get into it track by track. Number 1 is Mama Wolf. Mama Wolf is his mom, I think, but she hollering about whooping somebody and down to do it again. Wish she would get another crack at it, is what she said at the end. I think it's a creative intro, especially if it is his mom. Not mad at this intro at all. You know, if this is really his mom, I think that makes it even cooler, and I think that makes it even better intro. Number 2 is Unnatural Born Killer, and I feel like it's an unnatural rhythmed track, unnatural vibe track. It doesn't feel right. I don't like the chorus. The song is kind of whack, and the beat is pretty whack. He does rap well on here though, which is cool. And you know, Yella can rap. He can rap. He's a rapping dude. So it's good that he rapped on here, because technically this is his first song, so the intro song, and I just didn't like it. The chorus, I think, threw it off too with an Unnatural Born Killer. This song probably could have been taken off, and this would have made this, you know, a lot better. I do think this track, at least in terms of like putting it up in my ratings, this track brings it down. I mean, you know, it's a body of work. Number 3 is Opie Taylor, speaking on the Andy Griffin Show character, but the whistle, and you figured you was gonna get that whistle, but the whistle is excellent. You know, when I first heard the whistle drop, because it takes a minute before it comes in, you're like, what's going on here? Especially me, after hearing that song I didn't like, and then number 1 wasn't really rapping. It was, you know, I said it was the Mama Wolf. So you 3, like, what you gonna get? What you gonna get? And then you hear that whistle, and you're like, oh man, like, I was like, I'm ready. Here we go, Wolf. Like, the beat is dope. The beat is dope. He flows. He floats on it. He flows nicely on the beat. And the chorus is it. So right here, I was like, all right, he about to light it up. And he does. Number 4 is Box Chevy 7. This joint comes right at you. Like, right at you. Beat is straight up nasty. I enjoy everything about this song. This is a 10 out of 10 track for me. This is one of those songs that just, like, man, I haven't heard, or I have heard stuff like this, but from this type of artist with a different sound and rapping like this from a different perspective is dope. Number 5 is Here I Am. Woo! Woo, this beat smacks your head. Just, The chorus is something straight out of the 90s. This is like Nucky If You Bug. Like, this something that, this like that rowdy stuff that'll start some trouble in a function. And you don't hear that much anymore. You really don't hear it at all. I don't know if it's a space for it, but I do think that people do like to hear something rambunctious from time to time. And his rambunctious stuff is followed by really good bars. That was one stellar thing I always felt about Eminem as well, is that you could have some rowdy songs, but it's like they rap. And I like rappers. Once again, Yelawolf can rap. Number 6 is Still Riding. Not a fan of this song. I do think it's another below average song. It feels lackluster because I think it's a mixture of 2 genres and it's trying to appease 2 audiences, maybe a hip hop side and the country side, and then like that Nashville sound. And I may be off base with this, but that's just what I get from it. I feel like it's colliding 2 different worlds and they don't mesh, which turns into kind of a bad all over the place song. Number 7 is Lightning. There are parts of this song that really give me an Eminem vibe. I think it's like right before the chorus and right when the verses start. This definitely could be something for the radio. There's nothing here that really feels radio-like but this. I mean, maybe it is, but I think it's the good songs are so good that they could go on the radio, but this felt like radio-ish to me. It has a solid chorus, and I like the rhymes on the mellow beat. And just to speak back on the radio real quick is that I like albums that just have natural songs and you're not trying to fight for a radio spot. And I think you don't really need to anymore in the space that music is in a digital age. Just let your music, let your body of work go out there. People going to listen to it. Number 8 is Renegades. This is that rock and roll backcountry hip hop. And those worlds meshing, at least on here, is awesome. So solid, so smooth, so well done. I feel like he shows his versatility. And he does it often. I don't really want to speak on it too much. I kind of only maybe said a few times, but he's a versatile rapper. I mean, he can rap on some other type stuff, and he can rap on this type stuff, and he can sing a little bit, and versatility is good. He is rapping about, pain on here, that hard life stuff that some people have, like those hard lives. It's a heavy song. Heavy songs definitely are cool to me when you put them on tracks. You don't get them often. Then to rap about it, put it in a message, put it in somewhat of a story, and kind of direct it to the audience that's listening in a solid way. That's what he does on here. It's excellent. Number 9 is So Long. He isn't that bad at singing, as I just touched on. And he probably does it just enough on this project, but I can do without it, honestly. I could just go with the rapping, but you want to have those melodies, you want to have those different sounds. So, I'm not the producer. I didn't make the album. I probably be like, hey, Yellow, just take that shit, take that off. But it's here. It's cool. This song really wasn't for me. It's just off, but I think this is one of those songs for his fans. I do think this is one of those songs that his fans can rock to. And, I think somebody would definitely like it. Just not for me. Number 10 is You and Me. More really good production. And I think it's the guitar in here that gets me. I'm pretty sure that's the guitar. And that's probably why I like it so much. I like the chorus and the bridge. The bridge more so than the chorus. There's parts of the verses that have echoes, and those echoes on the verses are good. But the lyrics aren't really good on here. Second half lyrics are better than the first half lyrics of the song, but that's not saying much. He just gives you a little more substance in the second half of the song than the first half of the song. Number 11 is A Message from DJ Paul. Just what it is, a message from DJ Paul, 53 seconds. Number 12 is Country Rich featuring DJ Paul. The Message from DJ Paul introduced the best, maybe not the best, but my favorite track on here. Nothing I don't like about it. I'm Country Rich. Shout out to DJ Paul. Number 13 is Keep On Rolling, featuring Cub the Cook Up Boss and Big Henry. When I first listened to it, I'm like, my phone's not showing who the feature is. I gotta find out who these cats are. So the first verse is Cook Up Boss, good verse. Second verse is Big Henry, good verse. And the last verse is Yelawolf, another good verse. All them boys rapping on here. I don't think anybody really outshined anybody in my opinion. Maybe somebody will separate from one another, and I think that's one thing I'll probably challenge myself with listening to this. This is one of those songs that I'll listen to again and again and again, because I do like this song. It's really smooth. It's a smooth, soulful country beat, and I think I will challenge myself to figure out who had a better verse, who got who was challenging, who really went at it. I do think Cook Up Boss caught my ear first, because originally I was like, oh, this not. Who is this dude? And he was rapping. I'm like, oh man, he nice. And then Big Henry, which they kind of sounded like a little bit. I thought they was the same person until I figured it out. But it's like, and Yelawolf raps too. So that's something I would check out. Let me know if you think somebody got somebody on that song. And number 14 is Ghetto Cowboy, title track for the outro. This is an outro right here. He's spitting on this thing. He uses the MF, and I think some people may say, oh man, he not rapping, he just saying MF every other word. But I think he's rapping. I think he's used that MF word it's well done. He puts it in there, and then he does it with passion. It doesn't feel corny. It feels passionate. It feels like this is how he wanted to rhyme on the song. And then there's nothing on the production side that you don't like about this. You gotta love this beat. This beat is it's perfect. I think it's perfect. And then it thins out at the end and just finishes out right into that smooth ending, falling in right over 50 minutes. I think it's right around that perfect number for an album. Yelawolf's 6th studio album, Ghetto Cowboy, shows a bit of his versatility at parts. I think it's natural when you work so much in your craft as I feel like he does and you're good at it. I think it'll show. Whether people give you your props or not, it's just sometimes you just don't get it. I guess in every industry, there's people that fly on the radar. And I'm sure he just happy flying on the radar, making his money, doing his tours with his fans, and still giving us, quality stuff like this. I'm sure there's an album. I haven't listened to all this stuff, but I'm sure there's somebody out there they'll be like, hey, yo, Crenny, this is better than this, or check this out. And, I'm sure that's the case. The producers on here are Yelawolf himself. I don't know if he plays any instruments. I'm sure he does. Brian Jones, the producer. DJ Clever with the K. Jim Johnson is one of the producers. I don't have all the credits, but those are some of the people on here. And I just want to shout those particular people out that I see because I thought the production was solid. I think it's really, really good. I enjoy this project. I have so much to listen to in the gym, and for me, that's what I'm looking for in a project. Regardless whether I like it or not, I'm always looking for something I could play in the gym. I'm always looking for something I could listen to in the car, just something to turn on where you don't have to listen to the same stuff over and over again. There's a few in here, I think he did for the fans, and they aren't for me. And then there's some, a couple bad ones that I think are just bad. I will listen to this for a while. I think this is something that'll be, staying on my phone for a minute. Honestly, I think, Bone Thugs, that Mo Thugs portion that they created, which this album is paying homage to, I'm sure they'll be happy, the homage that is being paid with Ghetto Cowboy. Thank you for watching. Please sub, please drop a like. It's your boy D. Crenny on the review. I holla.